I wore my greasy hat, just like you said. And then you didn't wear yours.
I forgot.
Hey folks, Beers and Bucks, episode 26. The calm before the storm. Literally.
There is a storm on its way, and there's a lot of pink. So this will be a little bit of a condensed Beers and Bucks. We're targeting 7:40, so we can get home before whatever's coming. It's looking a little. If you're curious about it, just pull up the radar over Minneapolis right now.
Looks a little snappy.
She's getting gnarly over there.
We got good. Can you hear us? Can you see us? We glitchy? We're good?
We're glitch free potentially.
Well, we were just at a conversation. We've done 26 of these live with the whole podcast setup. I think we've had 25 glitches, which makes sense. We're not very technological.
No.
Right? Well, this
super juiced though that the storm is coming because we need some rain.
Somebody planted a food plot today.
Right after work, me and Jake socked in 3 plots. Got one in from my neighbor.
We call that perfect timing.
Got one, the green machine in at the house.
Perfect.
And I'm a little bit disappointed I didn't put any no BS in.
Is that a first for you in 6 years?
Well, we have no BS at the proving grounds,
yeah.
but at the house we don't have any no BS present. But we got Big Sexy, we've got some what was it? Bombshell Hot Chick combo.
Love that. We call it the spinner mix.
That's an awesome mix, and
I'm glad you finally planted a green machine at your house.
Yeah.
I guess you really haven't had a chance to, but that's my fave.
it's gonna be killer.
That one's good.
Yeah,
You got some good deer running around,
Now we just need some rain.
which we're going to get hopefully, i.e. the calm before the storm. It's also the calm before hunting season, kind of the storm, right?
Well, we were just looking at the calendar on when we would do the next one, and it's like, oh, well, we should do one for leading into bow opener. And Mike's like, that's like 2 weeks away, dude. I'm like, jeez, gotta.
And then what did you say?
Well, I have to dust off the bow.
Yeah, literally.
I had to move this year, and
And he hasn't shot the bow yet.
I have not shot my bow, which is pathetic.
I hate to break. Normally, that's normal for me.
Yeah.
I have an elk hunt coming up, so I've been trying to not suck. So I've been shooting it, but normally I'm the worst.
Yeah, I need to. Next summer, I'm going to shoot a ton. But
You said that last summer.
yeah, I shot a lot last summer. This summer, I need.
You shot a lot last November too. Or was that 2 Novembers ago?
That was last. No, was that 2 Novembers ago? I don't think I got one last year. Did I
Okay.
shoot one? Was that last year?
I thought all the.
Yeah, I think that was last year when I used every arrow plus
Yeah.
one twice.
Yeah.
I did have a little bit of a situation though today when Jake was taking off. We were all sweaty because it was like 98 degrees out, and there
nice
was
calf eye socks on.
I did have, but I changed, and then I got my Crocs on, and as I was walking out, there was a hornet in my garage, and I went to kick it out, and it went through the front hole in my Croc.
What?
Yeah, I flung my Croc so fast, I could have died.
That's incredible.
Didn't get stung.
Huh.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, the sheer luck of it, if it making it through that little hole.
That would
in the
have been a
front.
point for me if you would have got stung.
Yeah.
'Cause I hate those things and you wear them all the time.
They're nice.
Especially anytime you're ever on camera shooting a food plot video, you've got your Crocs on.
Yeah.
That would have been a point if you got stung there. That would have been great. Yeah, bummer. Well, I'm glad you didn't get stung though. That's good.
Yeah.
Got the plotting, which is good. Maybe in the next 2 weeks you should shoot your bow a little.
I'm gonna shoot my bow tomorrow.
Both eyes open?
Yep.
Yeah. We're both going both eyes open.
What do you guys do when you shoot bow? Because I always used to shoot with my dominant eye open, and then literally I think over the last 3 years, it just kind of I didn't think about. I don't like to overthink and overanalyze. I like to have a loose grip. I don't overanalyze how I'm gripping it. I just do what's comfortable. And then I want to say it was 3 years ago I just started shooting, and all of a sudden I realized I'm shooting both eyes open.
I got panicky.
Weird.
I always had dominant eye open, other one shut, and I started to get panicky, target panic when I had my left eye closed. So
I almost feel like you're more jerky too.
100%. I was jerky. Call it what you want. It was bad. And I think that's remember last November when I had a few issues there, missed a deer, and then almost missed the second one. And I think it's because I closed that left eye and it's just oh God.
Yeah.
So then I started shooting both eyes open. Try both closed. I mean, maybe I've been doing it all wrong.
Try both closed.
That could be the answer. The first time I did both eyes open, I got like cross-eyed on the pin. And then there was like 2 pins, and it was hard to know. But now it's.
I just think it's really, I think it's really easy to get in your head when you're shooting bow.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you're shooting a lot, and all of a sudden you start then you start overanalyzing like every little thing about what you're doing. I know there's definitely some like grip things that help people, and like not punching the trigger.
Totally.
But
Yep.
I just try and be relaxed and not think about it, and just focus on the little green dot hitting where it needs to go.
I'm with you. This is the one thing that I do in my life where I'm not a gearhead. People go, what arrows are you shooting? I'd have to go look. I don't even know. Like, the only thing I can tell you is my broadheads are Slick Tricks and my bow's a Matthews. Outside of that, like I'm dumb. I don't know anything about it. This is great. It allows me to just kind of like settle in and kill stuff.
Yeah. You are the most calm and collected dude at camp.
Yeah.
You just kind of waltz out there.
Everybody else is all squirrely, nervous, jittery.
I'm curious.
We got Jittery Jake. We got Marcus and his gadgets.
I'm going to keep better eye on you, because I think you're probably flipping Brian some extra cash down at Whitetail Crossing.
I'm always the last guy. Every year I'm the last guy.
But that's likely what somebody would say if they were bribing the camp.
I mean, I'm pretty sure last year I sat in a stand that somebody had sat in the 3 days prior.
Not me.
We won't name any names, but it happened. I'm just saying, it's one of those deals.
We got a first-time live listener.
Oh my goodness! I wish I'd have saw that we could have serenaded him with some song and dance. Trevel LeBeau. LeBeau?
Trev.
From Louisiana. We love you either way. I saw another one on there too.
Sorry if we butchered your name from Wisconsin.
One more. There was one more first-time listener. I love that. It's been awesome. I'll take a second here because Spencer and I have been answering a million questions the last 2 weeks, which is awesome. It's planting season. So info and the website and Facebook and Instagram have been hopping. And it's super cool how many times we've received the response like, found you on Beers and Bucks, or I love Beers and Bucks, or I can't wait to watch it. And it's like, that's just weird.
Yeah.
A little surreal, and we're not sure why you like watching us, but we're grateful that you do.
The video is buffering a bit.
Oh boy.
Technical difficulty.
Probably that storm rolling in.
That's what Spencer will blame it on.
That's all right.
Did you reset the router?
You got to blame it on something. I'm going to blame it on Tim. Maybe it's the Wi-Fi, not you, the other Tim. Maybe we should razz him a little bit on the Wi-Fi.
I'm going to write a letter.
Faulty connection over here. We're freezing.
We do have a pretty phenomenal, a number of giveaways tonight. We should show them and get people going on this thing.
Well, we're gonna do a rapid fire here at some point with the true false questions only, which will be fun. And we're gonna give away a few little goodie bags there. But we've got a handful of these. We've got a custom domain mug with a bullet in it. Give that guy away. Little bottle opener for those that like to
open
drink things with bottles. Some custom domain playing cards. This is a full set. You're going to get all this. A little goodie bag because we like to snack.
That's like man. Because you ever I am a sucker for bringing a Snicker bars or M&Ms, and you
can't
just
find it in the bag.
Or you make the most noise ever trying to open your peanut M&Ms, and you're just get out of there. And here you just dump them in that little snack sack.
I'm a big s'more Pop-Tart guy. I always eat s'more Pop-Tarts in the stand. Their bag
is
the loudest bag in the world.
Yeah.
It's like the tinfoily,
you open anything in the house and you don't realize it until you get in the woods and it's whisper quiet.
It's the worst.
Starving.
I know. Joe wants some rain. We're going to get some. He obviously doesn't live in Wisconsin or Minnesota. We're hoping it's just rain and not all the other crap. Mm-hmm. Anthony's going on an elk hunt in New Mexico, he said, which is nice. Anybody else going on an elk hunt?
Not me.
I am.
The guys booked an elk hunt, and didn't think old Uncle Timmy would want to go.
We brought Uncle Timmy's coming next year.
Yeah, next year.
You got next year to come. Before we get into rapid fire, I want to get into rapid fire a little earlier this week because we got
cakes.
61 questions, and a lot of them are really good. So I want to touch base on some of those. Zebra cakes are really good. I've never done we get that a lot, the purple top turnips in the stand that they grab out of there. I've never done it, but I might have to try it this year. They have a kind of a good taste to them. A lot of people will fry them, but
I don't know about raw dog and a purple top
Raw dog
right out
and a
of
purple
your
top.
right out of your plot.
just wash it in your water hole.
Fair.
I mean, it's not like a wallow where they piss in it. It should be safe, right?
I don't know.
I gotta think, if deer drink from it, it should be safe to drink out of
Kevin
it.
Casey's going to Oregon for an elk hunt.
Oh, dude,
Sweet.
those are Roosevelts. Those are hard. Those are hard to hunt. I've been in. I wonder where you're going there.
I was just
Tell
out,
me more.
I was just out in Portland, Oregon.
On purpose?
I saw a homeless guy taking a dump on the side of the road.
That's about all there is in Portland.
Flat out. I was like to my Uber driver. I was like, "Is that a guy taking a dump right there?" He
Poor
goes,
guy.
"Oh yeah."
Yeah.
Like, that's not good. Well, just no care that we were there whatsoever.
I feel bad for that guy.
But you get just west of there. There's some good elk country
Oh, yeah.
between there and Seaside.
Yeah, or between there and like Bend.
Yeah, or
I gotta
down in
think
that
the mountains
market.
there gotta
Yeah.
be pretty awesome. We're doing Montana. It'll be our first Montana elk hunt. That'll be fun. Got some first timers coming along, so that'll be a squirrely experience. I'm sure we'll have a bunch of nervous people in camp.
Jake.
Jake, no? Dan Quinn.
Ooh.
Two of the most jittery people I know. It should make for an interesting time. All right, before we get into rapid fire, let's talk about planting food plots. Just because we should. And people have been asking a bunch. Is it too late to plant?
Negative. I just put plots in
Negatory.
today.
We get that question every year, and I like to answer it. I mean, a lot of times I look at like the 40-day forecast on whatever AccuWeather, whatever it is, just to kind of get a sense for it. The next 40 days look incredible. 70s, low 80s, rain every week. I mean, that's ideal planting conditions up here, even Wisconsin. And as you move south, obviously that date moves back further. So if you haven't planted yet, here's your okay. That's fine. You've still got multiple weeks to plant, even in Wisconsin. Sometimes as we get later into September or mid-September, we change what we're planting. But right now, I mean, you could literally anything we have, plant it.
Yeah, I mean, I put Big Sexy and Green Machine in. If we weren't able to get it in this week and it was pushing into like next week, I was probably going to shift to Hall Pass.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're going to have a solid month and a half of good growth, like probably even longer into October.
Last year, October was an awesome growing month here. We'll see if this year's different, but I'm going to plant some forage oats Labor Day and then Hall Pass that week after. Maturity levels should be ideal. I won't hunt opening weekend because I'll be gone, but it'd be perfect for the later you plant, the earlier the attraction. And then with the mixes like Tim talked about, Green Machine and Hall Pass, you're going to get those, throughout the year. But the earlier we plant in the summer, a lot of times the later in the year we're going to have deer in those plots because of maturity, and the later we plant, the earlier. So it's kind of bass backwards, if you will.
Yeah.
But I always say, everyone makes fun of me because I always say August 21st is my favorite time to plant. I mean, we're kind of in that wheelhouse of when I like to plant. I mean, your dad killed that awesome 10-pointer on the Green Machine plot we planted the last week of August.
Yep.
Those deer were literally in it every single day. It was the most patternable they've ever been. And I think it had to do with some plant maturity.
When we just he put in a bunch in the big field today,
Yep.
and now we got rain coming. I think a lot of it literally just comes down to rain. And
100%.
there's a lot of guys even that planted in the beginning of August, around here anyways, where we got good rain,
Yeah.
but then all of a sudden we had a 2-week
Yep.
drought where it didn't rain,
Yep.
and now their plants are kind of like grinning through it.
Thirsty.
And now all of a sudden we get some rain, it's like give them some fertilizer, get them perked back up, and they'll be just fine.
Yep. And Corey John, planting comeback kid in Hot Chick Friday, definitely okay. I would recommend a nurse crop. Get something alongside it, whether it's Green Machine or No BS or Forage Oats or Hall Pass or even a Nebraska mix. Anytime I'm planting perennials in the fall, like now, which is my favorite time to plant them, but I always like to include a nurse crop. I'm an impatient human. come
I
back.
like bombshell with it.
Perfect. There's no bulbs in that too, so it's. I mean, that's
Corey, you would not be disappointed
the perfect one.
if you added a little bombshell.
yeah. It grows fast.
It grew.
No bulbs.
So when I put it in at my house earlier this year, the bombshell took off, and all of a sudden now those clovers got established. Well, now we didn't do any weed control. We literally just went in, mowed it or cut it down, tilled it, planted, and now the weeds are all overtaking it. Well, now I'm just gonna go mow it down, and even the brassicas in bombshell can handle a little bit of mow pressure.
They should, yeah.
But the amount of clover that's underneath there, it's unbelievable. It's going to be a great clover
They
plot.
just provide a nice nurse or companion crop, shade, allow that clover and chicory to grow. So, full send on that, but add something to it if you can. And then that way you're not impatiently watching it, trying to wait for those tiny little clovers and chicories to grow.
Yeah.
You're kind of
Is Cam drinking a protein shake?
able to, ooh, he's ready to rip.
Just getting gains.
He's been throwing weights around here lately, so just chucking pallets across the room. Yeah. He's getting ready to drag out all those big giant deer he has on camera.
Why is your favorite plot your favorite? That's actually a good question.
It's a great question. Let's answer it.
I like No BS because our soil is so shitty at the proving grounds where we hunt, and No BS just never disappoints.
There you go.
It's just pH tolerant, it's shade tolerant, it's pretty drought tolerant. It's just a good all around mix.
I'm gonna be similar to you, and that I'm gonna say green machine. And I give advice on food plots 10 hours a day. Check your pH, add fertilizer, manage your seed rate, do all the things right. Oftentimes when I plant my own, I don't do the stuff I advise because I don't have the time or whatever. I run out there after work, or I run out there September 10th and plant, and I literally just till it and plant it. So I go with the green machine because the rye and the oats grow incredibly fast to help keep some of those weeds at bay. And then behind them comes your rape, your radish, and your peas. And it's fun to watch the deer systematically eat every single winter pea in there about October 1st. And then the deer just are in it all season long. So for me, it's I cut corners. It grows well when I cut corners, and the deer are in it all year.
Yeah,
I mean, that should be everybody's favorite.
it's really phenomenal.
Really freaking good. But hey,
I think you gave some of our, so we have a Tractor Supply, we have oats, and
we do. Better get them fast because they are running out of stock.
pretty positive you gave Dad a bag or two of that, because every one of
did.
we're doing a content. We're gonna have all the guys out to the property weekend after next, and every plot it's like, oh, that's Wingman. Put some
With
oats
some
in there. Like, oh yeah, that's Bombshell. It's a little bit of oats. That's illicit. I threw some oats in there. I'm like, what didn't you put oats? I got up top on the popple
You got
plot.
the oats
Oats coming in. I'm like, it's not bad. It's just I'm like, we need like Bombshell and like Wingman alone so we
Yeah.
can get pictures of it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to pluck some oats so we can get some pictures.
If you want them, you better go get them because, like I said, I've been to a bunch of stores and there you go.
These are good little critters tonight. Hey, shout out to Hop and Barrel.
Whoopsie. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell on ourselves.
We messed up.
Yeah.
Well, it was my first time going and picking up the beer.
Your reasoning couldn't have been more valid,
Yes.
but we messed up. We were supposed to be talking about butterbeer.
Yeah.
Which is their new beer.
It's an NA
It's an NA. And Timmy was like,
butter beer.
I've had a long day. There ain't no way I'm drinking an NA.
This is not an NA
He didn't
show.
get the memo like that, hey,
But it was an entire flat. What are you going to do with 24 butter beers?
well, you're going to drink them. And then you can drive home,
Fair.
you know?
But we do owe them, so we'll get the butter beers for the next one. We did a little swapperoo for some Lemon Breaker in Minnetonka.
Sorry.
I'm gonna blame that it was my first time.
Yeah, it was your first time picking up beer.
I didn't, and I go there quite often. I didn't.
Not your first time there.
I didn't know the gal that helped me out. So we're gonna plead ignorance on this one.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, life's all about accountability. I'm gonna take it. This was on me.
And I mean, now people just need to go down there and try the butterbeer. And they came out with this new lime beer that I'm really excited about. It's not in the can yet.
Is it on tap?
Requested it. I haven't been down there in a while, but I saw a Facebook post about it. Imagine that they targeted me. Weird.
Degenerate from Western Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's perfect. I'm exactly what they were looking for. But yeah, it's like a lime beer, which I've never had a bad lime beer. Even Bud Light lime is good.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, so.
Hey, Eric McGee asked a question that's a good one.
Best thing to plant if all the neighbors have alfalfa, beans, and corn. Oh my God. I mean,
Well,
take a pick.
alfalfa is not really going anywhere, right? But think about beans and corn,
They're gonna
and
brown.
think about they're going to brown, and they're going to come in and harvest them. What's your late season play?
Or even your like October 14th to November 30th.
You might do a little late plant, like do like a June, early July plant of mother load, and then your beans
would last a month longer.
would last a month longer and start pulling them in.
Or you throw some big sexy right now, some green machine. I don't know where you are, Eric, so maybe that's too early, but you got a ton of options. I mean, honestly, like egg country is kind of my favorite. Everybody's like, oh, I hunt in egg country, I don't need plots. Oh man, you're killing yourself if that's the case. I mean, literally, you could plant just about anything in front of us, without question. Maybe not as much perennial, honestly. Maybe not as much comeback hitting hot chick. You got alfalfa, unless it's on the neighbors and you want deer on your side of the fence, and put in some proteins too. But honestly, I think that you could plant literally anything in our arsenal to compete with that because of the timing of when plants are going to mature. So
Trevor,
Missouri, don't plant yet.
Trevor, we could post a picture. I just sent Mike some over the weekend. We have about a 18-acre field that we pulled out of ag that literally is just a rock field. There's so many rocks, and we put illicit in, which is our daikon radish, and they're growing. Every year they seem to just flourish there. There are rocks everywhere. I really like illicit for like sandy, rocky soil.
That's probably our best. Tall Pass is good, Green Machine's good, but illicit, it'll grow in the cracks of the sidewalk. I mean, we've been posting cracks in the sidewalk photos all summer. We literally have a food plot in our driveway. JJ sent me a picture this weekend next to like a 4-foot tall, I don't know if it was like a hybrid brassica plant or what it was. I didn't get a close-up look, but literally it was 3.5 feet tall growing out of our driveway of the shop here. And if you ever come here and you look on the sides of the building, it's laughable. Like there are 2 to 4 foot food plots the whole length of the building. And then they got sprayed. Yeah, our landlord doesn't like food plots as much as we do, apparently.
Punks. You can have to have a talk.
Yeah, I know we're going to have a sit down. Oh, all right. It's 7:23. We promised we were done by 7:40 because we got bad storms coming. So
We got to rock and roll into this rapid fire.
we actually have to be rapid during our rapid fire.
That's why you said it's true, false, or yes, no.
It's all true, false questions. So we just say true or false.
That's it.
It's great. Well, I mean, maybe a little ad lib. You know, true or false? Domain Outdoors has the best food plot seed.
True.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go true on that one too. I mean, we try hard. True or false? This is the best looking camo hat out there. I mean, she's wearing a camo Shetty hat.
True.
How do you say? Yeah, how do you say anything but true? True or false? Clover performs well in dense clay. Dense clay. I mean, it'll grow in clay.
The root systems though, are so big.
They're vast. They'll grow and trickle. I mean, if you use products like Dirty Deeds and elbow grease, it'll actually help break up some of that compaction too.
Or
illicit's really good too.
What if you put it some illicit?
That's what I would do. I would mix like an illicit with a hot chick. Sorry, that wasn't fully true or false, but mostly. This is a good one. True or false? Let the venison age before packaging or cut up fresh?
Some of the best venison I've ever had, I've cut it that day, like like tenderloins.
Yep.
And put it right in the frying pan.
There you go. I also know people out west that age it like for a longer period of time that I'd be comfortable with. Then they cut like the nastiness off of it and it like marbles it.
See, I've always been weirded out when
Me
people
too.
age steaks and then it's got like that kind of like you kind of look at it and it's like you feel like you can smell it.
I'm gonna say cut up fresh, but I haven't had the other version.
I mean, you've gone to we've been to nice steak houses before. Those are all aged steaks.
Fair. I mean, yeah. All right. Every Domain seed mix has been personally tested and proven before it's sold. True.
True.
Capitalized true. Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes are the best snacks for your blind for an all-day hunt.
False.
Yeah, false. Sorry. Buttered or fried whitetail nuts are also called Scotty scallops.
No comment.
I can't answer that.
Never had 'em.
Anthony, can you answer that?
Siren is going off in Roberts. Okay.
Well, that's sweet. Yeah, we're about to get smoked. The peak of the rut falls on election day every year. Oh, it's probably pretty dang close, Rob. I'm going to say true, but every place is different. Mike and Tim will both shoot a buck in Kentucky this year.
True.
True. Consuming a shot of rapid fire makes you a quicker shot. False. True.
I'm not sure on that one.
Tim will kill the biggest buck this year.
True.
True. Ooh. No-till planting is better than till in most scenarios. Oh. I gotta go right in the middle of that one. I can't answer that. Every scenario is different. Wearing domain gear makes you that much more approachable to women.
True.
True. Obviously. Whitetail hunting is better than muskie fishing. True.
No comment. Who asked that? What a jerk.
Yeah. Spraying a foliar fertilizer, you will see results in 1 week. You can. I'm not going to promise it though or guarantee it because there's other factors that go into growing things. But yes, I mean plants are going to absorb it in 24 hours, so you will see an improvement provided.
I saw with Freight Train, sprayed it on my Incognito
Oh yeah.
when it was 5 feet, and it shot like noticeably shot up
15
within
feet
like
tall.
2 weeks, and then now it's super tall.
True or false? You can broadcast hall pass into existing clover.
That's a tough one.
I'm going to say false.
say
Existing
false.
clover is tough. Very, very dense root system. Doesn't allow competition oftentimes. If there's gaps, true. If there's no gaps, false. Domain LLC website has forage oats in stock. False right now, true in 5 minutes because we just got a little bit more in. Not many, but a little. If you use any of the Domain outdoor products, you increase your odds of harvesting a mature buck. I'm going to say true.
Yeah,
Definitely a buck.
it's gonna help your
I mean,
odds.
maturity leads to other factors, like not shooting when they're not mature. I'm not saying that's wrong. Possible to have too many does. True.
Yes.
No BS is a substitute for soil testing. False. It does okay in poorer soils. Using Domain products means seeing more and bigger deer.
False.
Yeah, I mean, ideally,
You gotta have them.
you got to have them, and I can't promise your neighbor's not going to shoot them at one.
When we came up with Domain, it was really off of food, water, shelter, right?
Yeah, building a domain.
So
yeah.
you got to build their domain. So if you don't have food, or that's not helpful. But if you don't have
Mm-hmm.
shelter for them and water, somewhere for them to bed, food's only a part of the ecosystem.
I hear you. It's only one piece to the puzzle.
The people wanted the ad lib.
Hunters hunt more in the evening than morning. Probably true.
I'd say it's probably true.
Yeah.
People are scared of the dark. Not me.
True or false? Liquid fertilizer is better than granular. It is more efficient. So I'm going to say true. Your plant will absorb more of the nutrients. That's a fact.
True.
True or false? Your neighbors hate it when you plant Domain products.
All mine plant Domain.
He has to say all mine. Yeah, all of them do. We want everybody to plant it. Everybody wins that way.
Except for Jay, I give him the
Give him the
Japanese yellow flower.
dandelions. Then we almost sold some. Ooh, when making mock scrapes, peeing in the scrape spooks the deer. False.
False.
Bow hunting is better than gun hunting.
True.
I'm gonna say true. I love gun hunting with all my buddies,
Yeah.
reminiscing about old times. I started hunting with a gun, so like I have a really sweet spot in my heart for it. But I like bow hunting more. Yeah. This is a picture of a big buck asking if it'll make the hit list. They'd make mine.
True.
Yeah. Hello. What grows best on that's not a true or false question. True or false? Cultipacking is a critical last step when seeding into a tilled seed bed. True.
I'd say true.
Yeah, I like cultipacking. It's not. I don't want to say it's critical, but it's a nice
I mean,
one.
we didn't have it today. We drove over it with the tractor after we put the seed down.
There you go. Scent killer actually works. Not as good as playing the wind. I will say true-ish.
I like nose jammer.
I like Snow's Jammer, yeah. The best time to catch mature bucks moving is in the rain. I mean, they have been known to do that. I'm not going to say true because best time means like better than any other chance.
Yeah, but like during the like we gotta get more specific there. During the
Right.
rut,
Yeah.
it's raining. They're gonna maybe right after the rain they're gonna go freshen up their scrape. So I'd say post rain.
Bucks move best in the mornings. Again, that's seasonal.
That is seasonal.
Next weekend they're going to move better at night, likely, like opening weekend. I don't know. That's also where's the bedding, where's the food,
Yeah.
right? That's like my favorite one is like the deer daylighted today. Well, he daylighted somewhere yesterday too. You just didn't catch him, right?
Fair.
I always thought that was funny, and I say it. Oh, my shooter daylighted today.
Yeah.
Well, that's just because like
In front of your camera.
maybe I'm just a really shitty hunter, and it's the first time all years donated where I wanted them to.
Don't trust that your cell cams are sending every picture
Also
either.
true. Also true.
Or
Also
catching
true.
every picture.
Also true. Yeah. Have you ever pulled the card and been like, what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like
Especially if you're in like a marginal service area, I
100%.
bet it's like 65 to 70% of the pictures actually make it through.
I don't disagree. True or false? Fixed is better than mechanical.
I like fixed.
Ditto. I'm not going to say true, but for me, it's my preference. It is highly recommended to do a soil test before planting.
Yes.
True. Who's the best archer? Oh, it's not Adam. Come on. It's not a true or false question.
I almost commented on that earlier. We all know. It's not me.
I think that's everything for rapid fire. There was one in here
I
that
haven't shot my bow.
I want. Deer consume 5 to 9 pounds of food per day. It's actually 7 is on average, but that's a mature deer. So smaller deer, less food, obviously.
So like my deer probably are like 4.5
3 pounds? Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. That's all. That's all of them. But you know what we didn't do? We didn't give away a whole bunch of those prize packages.
We got 8 of them.
8 of them.
How do people win? First person to give Timmy a compliment gets one.
3 people are going to get these. Then the first compliment.
It's got to be a genuine compliment, not some like. Don't just come up and like rub my back, like tell me like something I want.
Like your hair looks nice today?
Yeah, give me something good. The hat.
Are we deciding if it's good or not? We got a nice hat, nice mustache. Tim is handsome. I mean, that's just a lie.
I'm pretty good looking.
Tim is a better fisherman than Mike. That's just true.
That is true.
Your response time and emails are amazing. He doesn't respond to any of them.
Mustache.
Tim is the most patient bow hunter ever. Tim has it going on. Your words, advice is good. Yeah, Tim is a great sidekick. Some swag would be cool. John Deere's the best. Timmy, you're going to show that owl whose boss is here in Kentucky.
Ooh.
Russell says you're easy on the eyes. You're very professional. You're a great addition to the show. That's a comment for me. You're a great muskie fisherman. You have a good eyebrows. That's a new one. Unique.
I think John Brewer's got to win it.
John Brewer wins it.
Anyone knows, like, I'm going to tough talk that owl.
All right. John, send us a message so we don't forget. You win it because he's going to tough talk the owl. All right. Who else are we going to give these to? We're going to give 3 of these people that commented earlier. Can somebody randomly do a little randomizer?
Brian, we're just going to bring you one.
Yeah, you're going to get one,
'cause
Brian, because you like drinking bourbon out of it, and it's fun to do that.
I do have better eyebrows. They just keep coming.
And I think these would be good in deer camp. Tim's incognito is the tallest. No, he's just really short.
I think I
The
said.
key to a good incognito photo is being short.
I think I told people I was like 6'7" on Domain Nation.
And I said that it's good to see your incognito was 5 feet tall.
You gotta kind of keep in mind there's a lot of people on there that probably don't watch this show to
True.
realize like I'm a complete knucklehead.
Yeah, it's fair.
Like I'm 5'11" $3/4. You know.
Got that last 3/4 though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good to have. All right, should we do?
Got 3 names.
All right, we'll do it. Ready?
George Helzer.
George Helzer. Anybody who wins, it is your job to send us a Facebook message to claim your prize. So we've got John Brewer for the very nice compliment of Tim taking down the owl. We've got George Helzer who already has cards, but you can always have more. Daniel Son from Georgia. I think. Message us, Daniel.
And Mike Robley.
I think it was Mike's first time on the show. I'm not sure.
Who was we?
There was another first timer. He needs to win too.
He gets something too.
First time guy.
First time live listening.
We just nuked his last name.
Oh yeah, that's
He's
what
from
happened.
Louisiana.
A couple of Yoopers up there trying to like, speak words.
It was a very difficult name. I couldn't spell it, let alone say it.
I'm gonna find it.
So whatever, the guy from Louisiana, we messed up your name. We apologize for it, but we love you. Message us. Hey, Trevel! Yay!
There it
Not
is.
going last name this time, but yes, message us because we love that. I think I'm just gonna randomly pick somebody else.
I mean, Rob did say I have the best stories, and I do want to point out that as far as I look back in the comments, not one person was concerned about me with the bee.
And me making fun of you getting stung. Yeah. Huh.
No one showed any concern.
Mississippi. I said Georgia. Dang it. We need to pick some more. I'm going to pick Eric McGee. Why not? We'll send one to Eric. Eric, send us a message. How many is that? 6? 2 more? Jesse Tucker, you get one too. You had the first compliment. Tim technically said the first compliment. Not the best.
Fair.
So Jesse Tucker, reach out to us. And we got one more. We should do a hashtag. Because those are the best.
Ooh.
Most creative.
Just the most creative hashtag?
Yep, come up with a hashtag.
The most creative hashtag wins the last little gift box.
We're going to let it run for 3 more minutes. We're going to end it because we got to get out here before the sirens are going.
We got sirens going off in the background. I don't think that's a good thing.
I got to be careful. I'll blow away in this shit.
I mean, food plots need rain, which is great. But we don't need the other shit that comes along with it.
No.
Why can't we just have a nice rain? Nothing replaced 30 Ds. We still got it. Yeah, you still want that. Hashtag Snortweeds, like that. Hey, Timmy hates bees and owls. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty solid.
The chances of getting killed by an owl are slim, but they're not 0.
Didn't you look it up and it was like, there was a number.
Yeah.
People have actually died.
I think it's like,
They got stabbed in the eyes?
I think like 6 to 8 people a year get attacked by
God.
owls.
Attacked, yeah. Well, not killed.
Yeah.
It was attacked. Yeah. Killed would be interesting. I make my neighbors hate me. Ooh. I did see Corey's No BS plot. He was like in his shed looking out the window and there was just freaking deer everywhere eating. No BS is so good.
I just went to my neighbors at the house and put a plot in with Jake today.
What a guy.
Yeah, gave him my backpack
The one
sprayer.
right next to you?
Yeah, he went and sprayed it.
He's going to shoot that big jumbo.
His son Thorsten probably will.
That's fine.
Which that gets me pumped up.
Yeah,
I think
that's
he's
good.
like 14.
Perfect.
Like, heck yeah, buddy.
That's perfect. Oh, so for those of you that just got on, we are cutting it short tonight. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning bearing down on us. Timmy just planted a food plot, so that's cool. But we have our trucks outside, and we don't want to get hailed on. We got guys that drive to Boyceville and Menominee and New Richmond, all over the place, because our people are awesome and they drive long ways to get here.
Yeah. Well, we might do a pop-up here in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Leading into bow opener. I think it'll be a good. I think
I think we'll try to shoot for like September 11th or 12th, somewhere in that ballpark, to do our next Beers and Bucks, so we can get it in right before the Wisconsin bow opener. Stay tuned for that. Make sure if you won one of our cool gear packs here, you message us, and then we'll pick the last winner from whoever has the most creative hashtag. And Tim's dad just requested some beer at the outpost because he just drank it all. I love that. He was probably planting food plots in this 115 degree.
He says you have a nice beard.
You have a nice beard.
He's compliments. I'm like, what? Reading this, I'm like, what is going on?
You have a nice beard.
Man, well, we'll try and shoot for a couple weeks from now before bow opener, or otherwise we'll hit you when Mike gets back from Montana.
For anybody that's hunting prior to that, I know we got Spencer going to North Dakota. There's probably a bunch of other people going places that are really cool. Kentucky opens before that. We got Brian. They're going to kill a whole bunch of awesome deer over food plots and probably some pregame. So that'll be fun to watch. So anybody that kills something, make sure you're sending us pictures.
This is the best time of the year.
This is our favorite 4 months of the year. So we get more joy out of you killing deer and sending us pictures than you could imagine. So please, let's get those rolling. God dang it, shoot straight. What else?
Yeah, aim small, miss small.
Thanks for watching our 26th episode.
See you later.
Peace out.